Alright guys, so I know a lot of you guys have been asking me to make another video on Crunchy Chip Cookie Arena team. So here we go, I'm going to be showing you guys another team. It is going to be very similar to the previous team that I've shown, which was going to be this one right here with the herb, as well as it was with the scythe. And we did use the crit toppings on herb, but this one is going to be a bit more, I would say, stable and a bit more, balanced out in the sense that we have cotton, pumpkin pie, crunchy, as well as parfait to kind of deal with all of the debuffs, as well as sorbet to deal with, of course, the tanks that are inside of the game. And there are two options for you guys to use with this team, and that is going to be the treasures. So you can use a feather as well as a pincushion depending on what team you guys are versing. If you guys are wanting to go with more of a damage and to kind of wipe the team out early on, then you guys can use the pincushion. If you guys are going up against someone like, I would say, Eclair and things like that, then I do recommend you guys kind of go with a feather, just in case that one of your cookies die, they have a chance to come back. Alright, but let me go over the toppings real quick. Toppings for our crunchy chip is going to be 5 solid almond. It is going to be the same. I know a lot of people have been talking about using like crit toppings with the juicy apple jelly as well as swift chocolate, but just because of the fact that he is going to be a frontline tank, I just feel like he is not going to be sustainable enough if you guys do not use damage resist substats. So that's the reason why I suggest you guys go with 5 solid almond if you guys are planning to use him for your team inside of the arena. And the next one is going to be Sorbet Shark. Sorbet Shark Cookie is also going to be using 5 solid almond, just because of the fact that there's a lot of burst damage as well as just AoE damage going around inside of the arena right now. And because of the fact that Sorbet Shark is going to be in the middle, being vulnerable to damage like from Caramel Arrow as well as Wallberry, I do suggest that you guys go with 5 solid almond. The higher the cooldown, the better it is, but work with what you guys have. But I can say for sure Crunchy Chip as well as Sorbet makes a great combo, just because Crunchy Chip is able to push and group all of the enemies together, and Sorbet Shark is able to follow up with their skill right after. And the next one is going to be Pumpkin Pie. Pumpkin Pie once again is also going to be using 5 of the solid almond. For everybody who is wondering why I'm using 5 solid almond, is because of the fact that Pumpkin Pie is very squishy. If you do not use 5 solid almond, Pumpkin Pie is going to die off very quickly inside of the arena. And Pompon is just going to be out there for one time or even maybe 2 times, and that will be it. You want Pompon to come back every single time, as well as Pumpkin Pie to stay alive, in order for the Pompon buff to be up for Crunchy Chip as well as Cotton. And the next one is going to be our Cotton. Same thing as previously in a lot of the videos, and it's going to be 5 Swift Chocolate. I would say focus on damage resist more than the cooldown, but try to work with what you guys have and make the best that you guys can with the Swift Chocolate topping. And then the last one is also going to be our Parfait. Parfait, without a doubt, is going to be an amazing cookie to use right now inside of the arena, just because of the fact that there's Frost Queen as well as Eclair, Wallberry, Dark Cacao, a lot of debuffs that are going around inside of the arena. So with the 10% defense buff as well as 40% debuff resist, Parfait is going to definitely help you guys out in dealing with those debuffs, especially Frost Queen. Alright, and so that's the reason why we're using 5 Swift Chocolate, in order to have that buff all the time, and that is going to be cooldown as well as focusing on damage resist the most. So I'm going to be showing you guys this team using the pincushion as well as the feather. I've been using it with more of the feather, but pincushion is definitely going to help out as well. So let's go into the arena now and see how well we do against certain teams. Right now for me, Master 2 rank. Alright guys, so here we go. We are going to be versing this team. We do see a Wallberry and a Caramel Arrow, so I'm actually going to be using the feather just in case I do die from Caramel Arrow's burst damage in the beginning. So in order to counter that and in order to have a second life, I'm going to be using the feather. Let's go and see how well we do. Alright, here we go. And they do have a Frost Queen, which is going to be good for us because we do have Parfait, and the debuff resist is going to allow us to survive a lot of the damage that is going to be coming from Frost Queen's freeze. Alright, so it's going to be good. And they don't have a feather, so if we are able to kill off Wallberry in the beginning, then without a doubt we are going to be able to win. And right here, it is a bit of a challenge here, but we do have our Sorbet Shark alive, and the wolf is also there, so, and the sheep. So is this gonna be close? Can Sorbet use skill? And wow, that was really close, guys. That was super close. If we had a little bit less cooldown on Sorbet, we probably would have lost. So you can see why Parfait is really good against someone like Frost Cream right now, as well as Sorbet being able to deal with tanks up in the front. And also Crunchy Chip Cookie also just providing good damage, as well as even if he dies, he is able to use his wolf to once again deal extra damage on the side. All right, so there you guys go. Healing done. 2 million by Parfait and 1.8 million by Cotton. The team here, we do see something very similar to the team that we previously versed, except this time around it is going to be Dark Cow instead of that Frost Queen. So we're still going to be going with the Feather just because there is an Eclair and a Caramel Arrow. So let's see how well we do against this team. So a safer way to actually verse a team like this is of course going to be replacing Parfait with Herb in order to deal with both Caramel Arrow's debuff as well as Eclair's debuff. But you know, just because you know this is going to be a team that I'm going to be showcasing here with Parfait, I do want to verse this team using the same team that I've shared in the beginning. Of course, if you guys are planning to use Herb, then make sure to go with 5 Swift Chocolate just so that the skill rotation comes around in order to counter Eclair as well as Caramel's debuff. But there you go, easy victory. You know, probably because the topping set for their team was not that great, and also Caramel Arrow being there without the enchanted robe buff is a little bit of a, you know, I would say less dangerous than if she is using the enchanted robe. But there you guys go, damage from Crunchy Chip very high. Also Sorbet right behind dealing with all of the tanks for our team. Alright guys, so we do see a scan comp here is going to be the Ginger Brave as well as the Kumio. Probably going to be someone like Eclair and Frost Queen maybe, or even like, you know, Caramel Arrow and Dark Cacao. We'll just have to see. Let's go and see how well we do against this team though. So will this, you know, Summoner comp be able to deal with the Scam comp is going to be a good question, right? So we do have Sorbet Shark still being able to deal damage, and the Parfait and Cotton's heal was enough to actually provide us and survive the initial first encounter with their skills. And our Feather is not even popped yet, so definitely going to be able to beat this one. I don't suggest you guys go into this team every single time. You know, if it's really well built, then you guys have a chance of losing. So just keep that in mind when you guys are using this team against the Scam comp that is still going around, alright? But you can see damage from Caramel Arrows, 4 million damage. Wow, that's a lot. Alright guys, another double tank comp here. This time around we're actually going to be using the Pincushion to deal extra damage, and we are going to be able to kill off probably the front line very quickly. But let's go into battle and see how well we do. Alright, here we go. Yes, they do have the Eclair and Clotted Cream here, but we should be still able to deal with them quickly. Hopefully that is going to be what I'm hoping for. But you can see that the damage that, you know, the summon units are going to do is just going to be a lot more, and the duration that they have is going to be a lot more as well. So it's definitely going to help out, although if you do die, they do not have that second life. But there you guys go, Crunchy Chip, although he died, that wolf is going to come back and just bite away at the enemies. Alright, so here you guys go. And this time around, Cotton actually doing the most damage with the sheep, and right after Sorbet Shark and Crunchy Chip and Pumpkin Pie also still doing over 1 million damage. Alright guys, one last battle here with the Pincushion once again with another double tank comp. So let's see how well we do against this team. Alright, here we go. And this time around, actually, they are using an Eclair and a Sorbet. That's a very interesting one. Crunchy Chip is going to have a bit of a struggle probably surviving the damage from both the tanks as well as Sorbet. But we should still be able to beat this team. I mean, our summon units in the front just going wild right there, guys. And there we go. Crunchy Chip, although he died, of course, the wolf and the summon units are just gonna chew through all of the enemies right there. And right there, guys, look at the damage. 2 million done by Crunchy Chip Cookie. And Wallberry definitely is going to be one of the best cookies right now to use, especially to counter some of the Summoner comp because of the amount of damage that he is able to do with the Mega Punch, because there's just so many units attacking him and providing him that stack. But there you guys go. A crunchy chip cookie comp that you guys can use once again. Of course, it is going to be very similar to what I've shown you guys previously, but instead we are using the feather as well as the pincushion, and instead of herb we are using parfait. So if you guys have these cookies built, especially because crunchy chip is very good right now for the guild boss battle as well, it will be pretty beneficial for you guys to build him, and I will be making that video for the guild boss battle later on after the reset, because right now the dragon level for our guild, it is going to be in the higher level, so it's not going to work out with the team that he is used for the lower level dragons. But I hope you guys found the video helpful. Hope you guys are able to use crunchy chip cookie and use this team with, of course, cotton as well as pumpkin pie, and I wish you guys luck in your arena battles. Anyways guys, thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.